Rapids, Iowa. It's the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy. Zarin Egestal back with you here at the Alliant Energy Powerhouse, and we're going to be joined in just a couple of minutes by Rodney Tomlinson. He's going to be along the call with us as well. It's a rematch of the 2019 semifinals. Western Dubuque taking on Marion, the Wolves, from just neighboring Marion, Iowa. Rodney Tomlinson joining us now. Rodney, how are you?
Doing good, ready for a match. How about you?
I am as well, and it's going to be a pretty exciting match here between these Bobcats and Wolves. And I mentioned a moment ago, it's a rematch of the 2019 semifinals, which saw Western Dubuque win 3-1, 25-14, 25-19, 23-25, and 25-22. Is that maybe in the back of the minds of the Marion Wolves? We will find out. I talked with assistant coach Tim Johnson a moment ago, and he said, honestly, the girls don't even think about that. And they're not talking about that. They don't really care about 2019. They're worried about 2021, and that Marion team is different. This Western Dubuque team is different from that team in 2019. They don't really care.
Always a little motivation to get that revenge factor, but like you said, that's 2 years ago. The teams have changed. The girls have changed. So you'd certainly like to get the revenge there, but it's all about today.
One thing that will stay the same is that these two schools will meet up here in the semifinals. Let's take a look at our road to states and how these two teams got here to the semifinals. For Western Dubuque, 32-3 on the year. Their head coach is Megan Sherman. They defeated Bishop Heelan in the quarterfinals. Maddie Harris, 15 kills, 2 aces in that win versus Bishop Heelan for Western Dubuque yesterday. For the Marion Wolves, it was a victory in the quarterfinals over Cedar Rapids Xavier, 37-8 on Monday. Roxanne Paulson is the head coach. Avery Van Hook, we're going to hear about her all night long. She had 16 kills, 3 aces for the win over Cedar Rapids Xavier. So they had that's a little bit of a rivalry matchup there between Marion and Cedar Rapids Xavier.
And Marion pushed all 5 sets against Cedar Rapids Xavier. So we'll see what they've got left in the tank as they move on to the next round here. Along with Van Hook, he had number 13, Elise Mahaffey, 17 kills of her own in that one.
Yeah, and you take a look at the bracket here in Class 4A as we just closed out our Class 5A field. It will be an Eastern Iowa matchup in Class 5A as Pleasant Valley defeated the defending champions, Ankeny. We will have a new champion in 5A as Pleasant Valley took down Ankeny in 4 sets, 3-1. So it will be Cedar Falls versus Pleasant Valley for the 5A championship at 10 o'clock on Iowa Public Television right back here inside the Powerhouse. Now looking at this Class 4A bracket, Western Dubuque, they are the number 1 overall seed. They are 32, we mentioned with that victory, 32-3 on the year with that win over Bishop Heelan. And Marion, a little bit of an upset, but when you get to that 4-5 matchup, yeah, upset, yes, but 4-5, they really could be intermixed.
Technically with the seeding, yes, but it's pretty even as they get to it.
And then later on in the Class 4A field, it was North Scott. They defeated Bonneret Farrar 3-0, and it was Oskaloosa over Waverly Shellrock. Waverly Shellrock over Oskaloosa 3-2. Oskaloosa nearly was able to close out there, but a victory for Waverly Shellrock, and the GoHawks will take on North Scott in the semifinals here in Class 4A. And then we'll have Class 3A coming up, Class 3A, Class 2A, and Class 1A. All the rest of those semifinals will be coming your way right here on the IGHSAU digital network a little bit later on as we go throughout our afternoon and into evening. We have a great slate of volleyball on hand for you right here, and it's all free with the IGHSAU digital network, which is a great plus.
Free is always a good word, right?
Free is always a good word, and we can watch this high-level volleyball. If you're unable to make it, that's the biggest thing. If you're unable to make it, free volleyball right here on the IGHSAU digital network. We would not be able to do it without all of our great sponsors. We appreciate each and every single one of them. Of course, our presenting sponsor is the Iowa Farm Bureau, and we're powered by Mid-American Energy. Zarin Egestal, Rodney Tomlinson coming your way here from the Powerhouse in downtown Cedar Rapids. We're going to have more volleyball coming your way in just a couple of minutes.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Wakey, wakey. New coffee at Casey's.
Wakey, wakey. Ooh, new breakfast at Casey's. Huh? Hey! Wakey, wakey! Go to Casey's!
For all new breakfast, featuring delicious on-the-go sandwiches like the signature handheld wrapped in our made-from-scratch dough. And get a new bean-to-cup coffee for just $1 with your hot breakfast purchase.
Wakey, wakey! Go to Casey's!
For all new breakfast.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. Our city is buzzing. Catch what you've been missing today.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face. SWIC feels like a community, like family, like home.
SWIC is a place for you.
Let's cut right to it. Nobody does meet like Fairway. Nobody. And if you're somebody who wants to become a master, we've got hats to fill. Quality pay, choice benefits, premium opportunities. There's more in store for you at Fairway.
Back to downtown Cedar Rapids. It's the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy. Zarek Stahl and Rodney Tomlinson here for this 5 versus 1 matchup here between the Marion Wolves and the Western Dubuque Bobcats. Well, Rodney, let's hear some keys. How do these teams win this volleyball match?
Well, as we mentioned, the Wolves were pushed to 5 sets against Cedar Rapids Xavier. What kind of energy do they have left? Can they come out and get off to a fast roll, being the number 5 seed, and keep that momentum they had, or did they spend it all getting through the 5 sets? On the other side, the Bobcats went 3-0 fairly easily. The first one they took 25-22, so that one they had to work a little bit. After that, they kind of went on cruise control. So they should have plenty left in the tank for this one. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Our last match here was number 8 Johnston, and they're a team also, they had to go to 5. Whereas Cedar Falls, the 4 seed, they were only in 3 and came out. At first, Johnston had a ton of energy, but you could tell as we went to the second into the third, Cedar Falls just a little bit more in the tank as they only had to go to 3 in their first round matchup, whereas Johnston had to go to 5. So
and I had that Johnston game, and they were much the same. They came out on fire first set, dropped the next two, and then had to battle back. You could just see the confidence and the energy drain a little bit in the second and third set. So we're facing much the same thing right here in this one.
Western Dubuque, they were the state softball champions this July. Now they're trying to add a state volleyball championship to sit right next to that state softball trophy. I mean, trophies get lonely, right?
I'm sure they'd make plenty of room in the trophy case for it. They wouldn't complain.
A very, very good softball team this Western Dubuque team was. Were able to pull an upset and find a victory in the state championship in softball earlier this summer. You talked a little bit about Harris for Western Dubuque. She was the starting catcher on that softball team.
Good morning,
and now she's back playing volleyball. Let's go downstairs for today's introductions.
Volleyball semifinal matchup here on court number 1, featuring the Marion Wolves and the Western Dubuque Bobcats. Fans, it's time to introduce the players in today's semifinal matchup. First, to the Marion Wolves. Number 2, Isabel Leptinsky. Number 3, Anna Reisner. Number 8, Hope Vanderlinden. Number 9, Emily Dooley. Number 10, Emily Meth. Number 11, Tasha Green. Number 14, Jordan Lang. The assistant coaches for the Wolves, Rachel Hauk, Tim Johnson, Kevin Hahn, and Johanna Stegel. Now, let's meet the starters for Marion. A 5'7" junior, number 1, Peyton Johnson. A 5'9" sophomore, number 6, Sophia Paulson. A 5'7" sophomore, number 7, Natalie Hartman. She is the libero. A 5'9" junior, number 12, Avery Van Hook. A 5'9" senior, number 13, Elise Mahaffey. A 5'11" sophomore, number 17, Michaela Goad. And a 5'11" senior, number 19, Gracie Goad. The head coach for the Marion Wolves is Roxanne Paulson. And now, let's meet the Western Dubuque Bobcats. Number 3, Isabel Ernzen. Number 5, Ava Demmer. Number 6, Erica Ernzen. Number 12, Haley Wolfpool. Number 13, Franny Heiberger. Number 15, Emma Kapler. And number 20, Kylie Ganson. Your assistant coaches for the Bobcats, Libby Ganson, Brooke Klosterman, Ashley Oxford, and Mariah Kramer. And now let's meet the starters for the Bobcats. A 5'11" senior, number 4, Meredith Ball. A 5'4" senior, number 7, Natalie Ulrichs. A 5'10" senior, number 10, Maddie Harris. A 6'1" junior, number 11, Libby Lansing. A 5'10" senior, number 14, Anna Kleesner. And a 5'8" senior, number 18, Madison Moss. The libero, number 1, a 5'4" junior, Ella Meyer. Your head coach for the Western Dubuque Bobcats, Megan Sherman. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce our officials for this match. Referee number 1, Jean Statlander. Referee number 2, Sarah Tyne. And your line judges, Kevin Vanderploeg and Jody Walenga. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for state tournament volleyball.
Here we go. We're set for the Wolves and the Bobcats. You mentioned, one of the things you mentioned that kind of stuck with me a little bit is how will Marion respond after that long set? But one of the other things, I talked with Coach Paulson and Coach Johnson before today's match, and they are a high-energy team. They were doing chant after chant after chant in the hallway getting ready for today, because our first one went a little quick. They were doing chants and chants and chants to get themselves excited. That was just in the hallway. On the court and on the bench today, watch the Marion Wolves bench That's where they get their energy from. They are a high energy team.
Well, they certainly seem to have it right now as they're getting ready to get this one started. And it is critically important that they come out with that, being a bit of an underdog in this one, that they get off to that fast start.
And they're checking the volleyballs. I think we might be short on some air in the volleyballs, so they're going to check the pressure in the volleyballs.
And no, the Patriots aren't here anywhere.
Yes. I think on the way in, it's getting a little colder out there, so my car started, it's got the tire sensors, and it was telling me that I got a couple low tires on my car as well. So
actually, I had to scrape frost this morning.
Yeah. Looks like we've got air in the volleyballs, which is a good sign. Marion is in those gray jerseys. They've got a libero wearing a red jersey there on the left side you're going to see. And for the Bobcats of Western Dubuque, black jerseys. See the white numbers, and then they'll wear a white libero jersey there for the Marion Wolves in Ella Meyer.
And we were talking pre-match here. Got to give props to Marion. They have some of the best jerseys I've seen down here from an announcer standpoint. Big, bright numbers on there, easy to find.
First point's crucial. Obviously first point's the momentum. Then you have those milestones if you like to get to 15 and then 20 and then obviously 25. Who can start off with the first set? It's always key. The first set is a big starting point.
Sets the tone for everything to come. And yeah, that magic number 20 seems to get you over the hump and to the 25.
We are set for Class 4A semifinal volleyball here on the IGHSAU Digital Network. Natalie Ulrichs will serve it up, and we are underway here from Cedar Rapids. Big block, but it'll go out of bounds. Good job on the outside there by Western Dubuque.
Bobcats had the block up, but angled wrong, so out of bounds.
Back to serve, number 12, Avery Van Hook.
Van Hook will serve. She was one of the key players for Marion in that victory. And that one goes long. She serves a little dangerously on the edge, trying to hit the lines and get aces.
Serving for Western Dubuque,
and that time just goes a little bit long. She comes in 49 aces on the season for Van Hook. It'll be Harris now who will serve. Harris, that starting catcher for the Western Dubuque softball team that won the state championship in July. Now they're trying to find another.
Nicely done there. Wide open court on the left side. Able to direct it over. Just found the open court and able to drop it in there.
Paulson will serve. Sophie Paulson. She is the daughter of head coach Roxanne Paulson, trying to help the Wolves get out in front by a little bit more, but not so fast, says Meredith Ball.
Nice.
Ball, a 5'11" senior.
Substitution for Western Dubuque.
Nice big swing there at the net again, off the block and out.
Emma Kapler is in to serve. Oh, beautiful serve. It'll go for an ace there for Kapler.
One swing, 1 point, Western Dubuque.
Natalie Hartman, the libero for Marion, gave a diving attempt at it, but just a really good serve for Kapler. And the Bobcats out in front 3-2 here early. Long ways to go here in this match and first set. Hartman there. Can Marion keep it alive? No. It's behind the antenna, and it'll be a point for Western Dubuque. Good job. The line judge and the R2 caught that one. Goes behind the antenna. It's out.
Second touch there, just a bit off, sent it wide. They weren't able to recover on it.
Western Dubuque student section sporting the all whites.
Yeah, nice to see they woke up. They fell asleep during introductions.
Yes, they did. Here's the set and a strike. Good one from Ball again. Marion with a offensive chance. Good passing and right down the line for Peyton Johnson. She finds the kill.
She'll get that one in with a Van Gogh special as she paints the line.
And very good passing there for the Marion Wolves.
Serving for Marion, number 17, Michaela Goad.
Goad will serve. This is Michaela Goad. Gracie Goad, you also heard in introductions. Those two are sisters. There's a kill from the back row for the Bobcats. That's Maddie Harris.
Harris, a 5'10" senior.
Substitution for Western Dubuque.
Coming through on that one.
Franny Heiberger is in. She is an IMT substitution. Be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Oh, good set. And it turns into a great kill. Great set. That kill will go down in the book for Mahaffey. But it was set beautifully for the Marion Wolves to be able to get to that point by Van Hook. Mahaffey goes back to serve after a big kill. Trying to continue to help her team out. From the back row. An overpass hit the antenna. Point for the Bobcats.
Point. Bobcats.
That came with just enough steam. They couldn't control it.
Now serving for Western Dubuque.
Point goes the other way.
4-6 in favor of Western Dubuque. That one again behind the antenna, and it'll be another point for Western Dubuque. We've seen a few of these overpasses for the Marion Wolves, and they spent a little bit extra time in that huddle than they normally do when they set up, and that energy that, hey, we got this.
Time to rally now before they fall down too much.
Battle for it. Great job by Van Hook. It's going to be a point for Western Dubuque, but Van Hook and Mahaffey there really kept that one alive for Marion. Timeout on the court, 8-4. We'll take it as well. More volleyball next.
We are
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors.
Community protectors.
And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
Friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
Behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively.
relentlessly.
At your service.
Back to volleyball here in Cedar Rapids. The IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Zaren Egestal with you. Rodney Tomlinson along the way as well. And so far it's Western Dubuque 8, Marion 4, and Marion calls a timeout there just to make sure that Western Dubuque doesn't get too far out and ahead.
All that energy we were talking about is not translating to points for them yet. They've got to figure out a way to get points out of it and keep their moment, get that momentum and keep it up mentally to let them know they're in this.
Serving for the Bobcats is Meredith Ball. Hartman takes. And that one's going to be a kill for Peyton Johnson of the Wolves.
And that was a big swing out of Johnson, able to hammer it off the block.
And Johnson will serve. Oh, right over the net. Sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good. That one trickles over the top of the net. Nobody there for Western Dubuque, and all the Bobcats can do is shake their head.
Just in and straight down. So, like you said, luck plays a big part in that one.
Nothing that Western Dubuque could do about that. They had their heads turned because they were waiting for the ball to go to the back row to receive. Good receive by Mahaffey. Oh, then it falls straight to the floor. Mahaffey and Van Hook were able to get it back to the front row, and a miscommunication in the front by Paulson and Peyton Johnson. Hartman there as well, and really didn't know who was going to hit it. Everybody thought everybody else had it.
I got it, you take it.
In the air. That will be a save for Western Dubuque. Johnson blocks of the net. Here's Hartman. And that one is in the net. Back down, 4 hits for Marion. It'll be a point for the Bobcats.
A great scramble out of Western Dubuque. One of their players tangled in the net, dividing the two courts.
We saw somebody get stuck in the net for an entire point. Their team was playing 6-on-5 earlier this week. Her toe got wrapped up in the net. She was sitting there trying to dig her foot out of the net while there was still volleyball going down on the court. Here's a chance for Marion, and it will be a kill for number 12, Avery Van Hook. The junior 5'9" setter will play outside. They do a really good,
Number 7, Natalie.
like a 6'2" with the two setters. Mahaffey and Van Hook kept alive and in. I don't know how, first of all, how they kept that one alive, let alone getting a kill for the Wolves.
Van Hook just sticking a hand up there and directing it over the top.
Sometimes you just got to chicken wing it, get the arm up there, and you never know what's going to happen. Hartman serves. That one's going to go off the side of the hand and will go on the backside of the antenna, and it'll be a point for Western Dubuque.
And a momentum killer after that great point, and then to turn around and serve it out, give it up so easy.
Serve coming for Ulrichs as she enters the volleyball match, and a kill for Marion. That was Michaela Goad. Goad had 197 kills coming into the state tournament, and Marion down by 2. Looking for a little bit of a run. That's not going to help, though, as Western quickly side outs with a service error, and it's 12-9.
Back-to-back service errors on the Wolves.
Maddie Harris, the senior, 5'10" outside hitter, will send it over the net. Oh, that one hit the back line, beautifully placed in the back row by Elise Mahaffey. Mahaffey did a great job just placing that one perfectly on the back line.
Nobody back there, she's able to drop it right where it needed to be.
It'll be Paulson who will serve. And that time in the middle for Western Dubuque, it's Lansing. And I've been talking to a couple of teams this week, and they said, hey, you got to go to the middle here because teams are protecting that outside. If you can go to the middle, you can win volleyball matches at state.
We'll see if they continue with that. That one looked really good for them.
To the outside, Johnson with a strike. Point coming for Western. Double hit violation is called on Marion. Serve. Ace serve for Western Dubuque. Maddie Harris finding the ace serve. Excuse me, that is Kepler. Both myself and the PA did the same thing. We both said Maddie Harris, thought it was Maddie Harris. Instead, it's Kepler who got the ace. She will continue to serve. Poked over the net by Marion. Here's a chance offensively for Western.
Great dig.
They'll set to the middle. It's a kill. No. Yes. No. It is going to be a point for Marion. The Western Dubuque bench was on the same page as I was. Thought that ball was down. It was kept alive and turns into a Marion point.
What a great scramble on that one.
That's why you got to, here's an overpass, battle for it. Overpass, but still a point for Western Dubuque because of the middle. Great job there in the middle for Western Dubuque by Madison Moss.
Joust at the net goes the way of the Bobcats.
And Moss will go back to serve. Long. Western is taking a little bit of a lead here. Western Dubuque 16, Marion 12, as the Wolves do get a side out that time, down to 4. But that's the stage of the set. You really don't want a team to be 4 or 5 points ahead, because then they can trade points and they win.
Getting right through the middle of it.
Maddie Harris with a strike taken by Marion. Come back the other way, and Avery Van Hook.
Number 12, Avery Van Hook.
Big left-hand swing there out of Van Hook, and she is the kill leader for the Wolves.
It'll be Mahaffey who will serve to the near side. Ace serve, Mahaffey.
Yes, she did. Coming through, dropping that one right on the paint.
Mahaffey will have the ball in her hand once again to serve. She'll get the serving assignments from the bench. A chance for the offense of Western Dubuque. It's a kill for Maddie Harris.
Harris coming from the back to get that one and put it away.
Kill for the Bobcats.
17-14.
Now serving number 4, Meredith Ball.
Meredith Ball will serve for Western Dubuque. What can Marion do offensively? It's sent long, point Western.
Tried to go the cross-court angle, just couldn't keep it inside the line. Opening was there.
Hartman digs it out. Johnson over for Marion. Now they tried to set to Harris, hit the antenna, and will be a point for the Wolves.
Point, Wolves.
They tried to get that one out front to Harris, but
Johnson.
sent just a little bit long there by Moss.
Great opportunity now for the Wolves. Get a couple points back on their side and close this up.
And a beautiful kill on the outside for Heiberger.
Heiberger finds that one and knows what to do with it.
Somebody we don't talk about that often, but it's going to be players like that that aren't the key players. You can get one or two other people that aren't your keys to step up. Heiberger is going to be a key for Western Dubuque. Pushed over, yes.
Point. Wolves.
Van Hook finds another kill for the Wolves, 19-16.
Had a nice job identifying the open spot. As she went up for that one, she saw the back open and just had to push it there.
Natalie Hartman.
Hartman to serve. Clean for Western. Battle for it at the net. Point, Marion.
I don't think that ball moved 2 inches in the 3 touches there.
Goad will find the kill. Back to a 2-point game for the Wolves. They would like to have a couple more. Moss set. Now Marion with a chance. Van Hook. Push the back row and it's in. Sometimes it's more about the finesse than the power. And you see that right there.
And again, they identified everybody had sucked into the net and the back of the court was wide open.
And again, it's Heiberger. We talked about it. She's only in for a couple of rotations per orbit. And that one's down for a kill for Marion, but she's making an impact. Also making an impact is Michaela Goad, as she has her 3rd kill of the set. Avery Van Hook will go back to serve. Maddie Harris. Not much you can do about that.
Just unloaded on the block there and able to ricochet off of it. You can't go through. That's the next best option.
Maddie Harris will serve. Oh, good battle for it at the net. They're going to give it right back to her. That's Lansing. And it'll turn into a Marion point. Just, again, it comes down to that middle and that blocking of the net.
And the Wolves doing a great job there controlling the space above the net on that point.
Paulson will serve. An overpass, battle for it. Marion sends it long.
Point, Bobcat.
And once again, Marion able to get to that 2-point margin, but can't seem to draw it any closer.
Yeah.
And they're running out of points here to do it.
They are. At this point, Western Dubuque can essentially give them a couple for each. We've got a timeout on the court. 22-19 is the score. We'll take a break. We'll come back after this.
We are
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors.
Community protectors.
And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
Friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
Behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively.
relentlessly.
At your service.
Back to Cedar Rapids, the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships Good crowd on hand for all four of the schools that are playing here in the 4A semis. Big crowd. We had a huge crowd in the 5A games. The student sections were all the way up into the upper decks here in Cedar Rapids.
Always fun to see what they come up with for their theme as they get here.
Yeah. Looks like a whiteout for the Western Dubuque stands. Looks like Jersey Day for the Wolves fans. You got a mixture going on there at Waverly Shell Rock. Not really sure what's going on. And then you got neon colors there for North Scott. Back to volleyball here, 22-19. Whistle. And a net violation going to be called on the Wolves. That's not what you want when you're a couple of points away from losing a set. A net violation for the Wolves, and it's a 23-19 lead. Pushed over by Johnson. Here comes Western Dubuque, an overpass, but it's out. It's going to be a point for Western Dubuque and a kill for Ella Meyer.
One away now for the Bobcats to take set number one.
Set points. And Coach Paulson is talking to the R2 about the trajectory of that volleyball. She thought that it was out on Western Dubuque before her Marion Wolves even touched it. The officials disagree. Western, a chance from the back row. Maddie Harris, can she finish it? No, but in front, it can be finished by Kleesner. Anna Kleesner gets the block and finishes it for Western Dubuque in the middle. 25-19, the final score in set number one. More volleyball next.
Fans, as a reminder, be sure.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Des Moines. The yeses are silent. Our city is buzzing. Catch what you've been missing today.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
Let's cut right to it. Nobody does meet like Fairway. Nobody. And if you're somebody who wants to become a master, we've got hats to fill. Quality pay, choice benefits, premium opportunities. There's more in store for you at Fairway.
Welcome back here to Cedar Rapids, the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Hey, fans, Central College has you covered with career-building programs and with tuition less than $20,000 a year, plus tons of scholarships. It's the best decision ever. Apply at central.edu. Well, you're looking at the stat sheet, Rodney. What stands out to you after set number one?
Well, kills are pretty even there, 14 to 13. Hitting percentage, though, big favor of Western Dubuque, 444 to 243 for Marion. able to put more down, you're going to win the set.
And we are set for volleyball action here in set number 2. It'll be Marion who will serve first. It'll be Elise Mahaffey who will serve it. Western the advantage. They lead 25-19. Maddie Harris, that was a smash.
Kapow! Harris comes in and slams it down.
When Western won in 2019, I like trends. Trends are a thing of mine. When they won in 2019, similar score in the first set, and Western took the first 2. That's on the line. Great job.
My, just being able to find that corner, put it between the 2 lines in the corner.
So a big key here for Marion, and you just don't want to fall down 2-0. The reverse sweep has happened a couple of times. Western Christian did it. Davenport Assumption did it already this week. But you don't want to put yourself in that pressure. Serve into the net for Mahaffey. It'll be a point for Western Dubuque.
And especially with the fact that they went 5 sets already here, a second one is a big hill to climb.
Yeah, and then you have to turn around tomorrow and play the state championship game tomorrow afternoon, early afternoon. Hartman. They're going to give it to Paulson. Ball in. Great job by Meredith Ball as she slams that one. Hartman a little bit upset with herself because she kind of let it go. She thought it was going out, but it was right on the line across the way.
And 5'11" senior Ball, nice swing on that one.
Here's a chance for Marion on offense. Pass to Paulson. She just kind of has to let Maddie Harris and the Western Dubuque offense go after it. It's a kill for Harris. And Western Dubuque back on the board.
Harris able to just poke that one over. That was more of the changeup.
Ace serve, Western Dubuque. It's 5-1 early here in set 2. Back to serve for the Western Dubuque Bobcats is Kapler. She's had a nice day serving 3 aces for Kapler so far in this match. They're going to give it to Ball. The extension and the kill. Good afternoon and good night, Meredith Ball. Timeout called by the Wolves. 6-1 is the score before we go to break. Kapler, who will come back and serve again after the break, only 18 ace serves on the entire season. She has 3 so far in this matchup. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More volleyball next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Out of the timeout on court number 1.
Back to Cedar Rapids. It's the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships, and Western Dubuque has been on a roll. They dominated their first match of this tournament. They beat the 8th seed, and it was in dominating fashion for Western Dubuque, and they're on that same kind of a roll here in this one, beating Bishop Heelan 3-0, and weren't really close in those sets. And now they win set number 1. 6-1 is their lead here in set number 2. Make it 7-1. Here comes Western Dubuque, still rolling.
Block, point, Bobcats.
And at the net, taking care of that one, Meredith Ball sending it back where it came from.
We'll have a serve coming from Kapler. A chance for Marion. They send it long. And Western Dubuque continues to roll. They lead by 7.
Just what we were worried about and talked about. They came out, they seem to have energy, but they're not translating that on the court.
Chance for the offense of the Wolves. Setter jump, and it turns into a point. I think that might have been going out of bounds, but instead, Marion chose to try to play it. Maybe she saw at the last second across the court that it was going to hit the line. She tried to play it, Paulson did, off her hand, out of bounds. A kill for the Wolves. Moss, the setter. Ace serve, Kapler. 4 ace serves. On 18 in the whole season, 4 today.
Sometimes you just light up at the right time, the right place, and this seems to be it for her today.
It is all Western Dubuque. Hartman calls for that one. Block in the antenna. Point Western.
Bobcats are a freight train right now, steaming down the rail.
When do you use your second timeout if you are Western Dubuque? How much longer do you go?
It's got to come after this one if they don't get the side out.
Kapler. Paulson. A chance for the offense of Western Dubuque. A little bit out of sync there for Western. Block at the net. Western Dubuque's offense will get a chance. It'll be Harris from the back row. Hartman, battle for it at the net. Kept alive there by Kleesner. Ball blocked by Marion. Great job by Marion. It comes down to those leaders. Avery Van Hook, the junior, when her team needs a point most, gets up there and makes a nice block. It's 11-2.
Nice job on that one. The Bobcats seem to be everywhere on defense, keeping it in play, but the Wolves get it at the net.
Kleesner kept alive by Marion. Here's Paulson. They're going to set to ball. It goes out off a block, and it will be a point for Western Dubuque. So if you're Western, you're okay with that. You gave them one, but then you quickly side back out, and you still lead by 10.
At 12-2, you can afford to trade a couple points for yours.
Yeah, you can trade 3 or 4. You don't want to let the 5 or the 6 or 7 point runs go, because then we're right back knotted up. That's a good kill. Great kill for Marion. Paulson.
Nice shot coming from that opposite side, going the angle cross court.
Avery Van Hook will serve.
Now the Wolves need to string a few together here. See if they can swing a little momentum back to their side.
And just a pass that was in the net. Setter Moss tried to dig it out of the net without touching the net, of course. And just hard to do, a little bit of a rough pass.
Too close in there, couldn't get it done. Nice break for the Wolves, and they'll take all they can get.
Still trailing 12-4 here in set 2. Here's a chance. Moss sets it to Harris. Harris from the back row continues to kill for Western Dubuque.
Kill number 3 for Maddie Harris.
Number 4 ball with the serve for Western Dubuque.
There's a dig for Van Hook. Mahaffey, good job by Harris. She poked it from the back row. Ball did a great job to make sure she didn't get a back row attack call. Harris will bump it over. Good job there by Western to keep it alive. A chance for Mahaffey. Good defense for Western Dubuque. Ball from the back row. Hartman just jumped over. Moss will set. Harris kills it. Maddie Harris, those are big momentum points, and Maddie Harris finds the point.
Harris able to put that one away, but Meredith Ball head first dive to the back line to keep it alive a little earlier in the point.
Number 4 Harris will serve.
Maddie Harris will serve, and they've changed it, the scoreboard off by 1. Off by 2. Official stats has Maddie Harris at 6 kills. The official stat sheets. So we'll play off of that. Maddie Harris with 6 kills, leading Western Dubuque. Oh, man. Don't tell me they're going to keep that one alive. No, it went behind the antenna. That was a tough play. Not saying she couldn't have made that play, but that was a really tough play.
That was a pretty severe angle to try to get it back on the right side of the antenna, but great effort.
Western Dubuque fans, of course, seizing their opportunity to balk at something. That'll be a service error and a point for Western Dubuque. 15-5, all Bobcats here in set 2.
Ella Meyer with the serve for the Bobcats.
Johnson with a strike for Marion. Here's Harris. Yes, Maddie Harris.
Number 10, Maddie Harris.
Harris launching from that front left side, able to put it away.
Serving for Western Dubuque now is Ella Meyer. She's the 5'4" junior libero. Oh, she's got a rocket on her. Block. And hit the antenna. It's going to be a point for Western Dubuque. Marion, actually the overpass came down and hit on the Western Dubuque side, but it hit the antenna on the way down. Timeout. There's that second timeout used by Marion. 17-5, all Western here in set 2. We'll come back for the conclusion of set number 2 after this.
We are
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively,
relentlessly
At your service.
Back to Cedar Rapids, the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy. If you're Marion, Rodney, what do you got to do?
You just got to be patient. They can't get back in this all at once. They've got to get a couple points and string them together, try to get a little momentum, a little confidence on their side of the net. Right now, everything is just going the Bobcats' way. They've run into a buzzsaw, and it is the Bobcats.
He's Rodney Tomlinson. I am IGHSAU. Here with you. We will close the day with semifinals in classes 3A, 2A, and 1A, and that's not your doing for Marion, but that's a big side out for the Wolves on a service ace by Western.
Timeout, able to break a little of the momentum, come right out and get that net service air. Great thing for them to get it running.
Overpass, great job, Maddie Harris on the overpass, and it turns in to a Western Dubuque point.
2 will do.
Yep, they're gonna say it was on the floor. Marion thought they had the pancake save. They kept playing it. Actually, if it would have been a clean pancake save, they did get it over. It was good, but the R2 right on top of it, right in front of there, saying nope, that was on the floor. She was blowing the whistle. This one sent long. A couple of service errors here for Western Dubuque. Again, they have some space a little bit.
Leading by 11, they've got a little cushion there to play with. So you still don't want to see the service errors, but if you're going to have them, that would be a good time.
Serve taken here by Western Dubuque. Ball. They're going to set. Was it blocked? It was. Kept alive by Marion. Right in the middle. Great play in the middle by Lansing. Haven't called her name since the first set. She's another one. Kleesner, Lansing. Those ones in the middle, the ones we don't say their name very often, but when they do, they get big points.
Yeah, that was a short, quick set for her, and she's able to put it down without much effort.
Johnson sends that one into the net. It is 20-7. Bobcats here in set number 2. And Maddie Harris with those orange shoes on will send it over the net. That's in. Great kill there by Peyton Johnson.
Peyton Johnson with the
Johnson
kill.
coming up, going severe angle across and able to get that one.
Johnson
Wolves would sure like to see more of that.
And with Johnson's kill, she will go back to serve. Harris, long.
Point, Wolves.
Harris got the strike she wanted. That was right where she wanted it, but just a bit long. Point for the Wolves, 20-9. Serve coming for Johnson. Big block. That's what is going to spark your team. Avery Van Hook.
Van Hook saying, I don't think so, sending it right back. And we'll see if that lights a fire. They're able to run a few here. Critically important, even if they can't get back to win this one, to have that momentum to carry into the next one.
Peyton Johnson will serve. Harris. Western Dubuque will go over with Ulrichs. Mahaffey will set it up to Van Hook. Good job by Harris playing it, but it'll be out of bounds on the dig by Harris.
Point, Wolves.
Avery Van Hook. Verbal commitment to the University of South Dakota at the next level. Moving on.
Van Hook will go to South Dakota. That one will be sent long for Marion. They're going to send Mahaffey. We've been talking about her all night long. She's going to go to the University of Missouri S&T.
Bobcats. They're first.
Timeout called by Western Dubuque. A little bit of a run here by the Marion Wolves. It's down to an 8-point lead. Though if you're Western Dubuque, you're just trying to settle things down a little bit. All you have to do is get 5 points to end this one.
Nice run out of the Wolves. Finally some momentum. The team coming together over there. But like you said, Bobcats only 5 away. Just take a timeout. Let the girls settle a little bit. Remind them of that. Get their heads back in it. Get the side out and finish out here is what they're going to try to do.
Yeah, and if you're Marion, you have a long ways to go to climb yourself back in. But right now you got to take it 1 point at a time. See if you can get it back to 17, 16, and that makes it a little bit closer. I mean, we were at 19-7 at one point in this, so slowly trying to claw their way back into it.
And like I said, even if they aren't successful in this one, that'll give them something to feel good about going into the third. So
some momentum. Peyton Johnson will serve. Western can get a side out here. It will start to slowly lead to a victory in the set. Kept alive by Marion. Meredith Ball.
Ball on the launching pad, sends that one.
The height, the vertical of Meredith Ball.
Student section chanting, that's a missile. I would have to agree with that one.
A missile is a very, very good word to use. It'll be a serve coming for Western Dubuque. And a collision. 4 hits going to be called. No, a net violation, on Western Dubuque. Marion, that's a tough one for Western Dubuque. Marion was out of sync. They had 2 girls laying on the floor. And if you're a coach, you don't like to see a net violation when you're playing 6-on-4.
It was. They definitely had 2 in the penalty box there as they were laying on the court.
Hartman. Setter dump Moss. Overpass. Moss will set it up in the middle. Kleesner. Kept alive. Point coming for Western. Double hits. They give it back on a double hit. We'll have a substitution. Brought to you by IMT. Be worry free with IMT at IMTINS.com. As Haley Wolfcool. Haven't seen Wolfcool much, but they saw something. They saw a matchup. They wanted to use Wolfcool and got her in right here on this rotation.
Quick discussion with the official. Maybe a good way to get a timeout without a timeout.
Yeah, Coach Paulson wants the explanation. So her captain, Mahaffey, went over, got the explanation from the official, and Coach Paulson wanted the explanation, and that's what she was trying to do, was trying to get Mahaffey to come over there and tell her what the official just told her. And then she asked the R2, and the R2 said, I don't know what happened on that conversation. Here's a kill for Marion, but yes, it gave Marion a chance to maybe regroup for a couple of minutes.
Nice use of that discussion. Like I said, a timeout without calling the timeout. They come right back and they get the point.
22-14. That one tips over. It will be an ace serve for the Marion Wolves. It will go down for number 12, Avery Van Hook, who will also go on to play college volleyball. She is committed to the University of South Dakota, where she will play at the next level. So the South Dakota to commit sends that one into the net. 23-15 now the score.
And she tried to send a copy of the last serve, but just down a little bit further and too much of the tape on that one.
23-15 is the score. Ball uses those long extension to kill it when she's attacking. He uses it there to serve, but here come the Marion Wolves. They find a kill for Michaela Goad. And as you said, the Wolves are in a lot of hurt here in the set too, but if they can get some momentum built up, they have a long hill to climb. They're going to have to go 5 for a second straight day if they're able to move on to the finals. But this set 2 is not over yet. We've seen some spectacular comebacks. Here come the Marion Wolves. They are trailing by just 6. And, we say 6, but compared to where we were a little while ago, 6 is not bad.
They've cut the lead in half, so now what can they do from here? Great job, not giving up. Try to finish this one out strong.
A chance for Kleesner. Johnson from the back row. Here's an attack. Maddie Harris. Johnson, they've got to go over with Hartman. She calls it out. A little fair catch there for Hartman. This one's set up to Maddie Harris. They thought it was 4. Officials say it was blocked. That time you heard the block. It was officially blocked. Harris will go over with it. Hartman trying to keep it alive. Hartman's face just collided with Johnson's knees, but it's going to be a kill either way for the Marion Wolves. Timeout Western Dubuque, 23-18. Hopefully Hartman is okay. Her face connected with Johnson's knee as they were both going down for the ball, but they don't really care. They're hyped up because they have another point. It's 23-18. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More volleyball next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday,
and we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Back to Cedar Rapids, it's the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy. There you see the Marion Wolves breaking their huddle. Coach Roxanne Paulson.
And this time the Bobcats calling the timeout, trying to break the momentum that the Wolves are building.
Yeah, the timeouts have already been used for Marion. They cannot use any more timeouts. They used 2 early when this thing was 12-2 at one point. There's the 24th point. Maddie Harris finds the kill. That was a long time ago. Some people might have forgot. At one point, this was 12-2. Now it's 24-18, but Ella Meyer is 1 point away from sending her team to a third set. There it is, ace serve, Ella Meyer. She's hyped up. Western Dubuque is hyped up. They get back-to-back points. It's the 22nd kill for Ella Meyer this season, sending Western Dubuque to a 2-0 lead in the match. 25-19, 25-18. A chance for Marion. They need 3 in a row here to send us to 5.
And a great use of the timeout there. Calling the timeout, coming back, getting the 2 points to close it out. Great job.
We'll take a break. We'll come back right after this.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday,
and we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face. SWIC feels like a community, like family, like home.
SWIC is a place for you.
Wakey, wakey. New coffee at Casey's.
Wakey, wakey. Ooh, new breakfast at Casey's. Huh? Hey! Wakey, wakey! Go to Casey's!
For all new breakfast, featuring delicious on-the-go sandwiches like the signature handheld wrapped in our made-from-scratch dough. And get a new bean-to-cup coffee for just $1 with your hot breakfast purchase.
Wakey, wakey! Go to Casey's!
For all new breakfast.
Back to Cedar Rapids. It's the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy Companies. Zeronega Stoll and Rodney Tomlinson are with you for volleyball action as Western Dubuque is one set away from back-to-back 3-0 sweeps on their way to a state championship appearance. They were in the state championship in 2019 after beating this Marion, weren't the Wolves at the time, but Marion Wolves team. There's a kill. That's a good way to start. That momentum we saw building at the end of set 2 paying off here for Marion.
Avery Van Hook getting him off to a great start here. Nice kill for the Wolves, and now she'll go back to serve, and she is the ace leader on the team. Oh my, right down the line.
Van Hook has got both of the points. She got a kill and now an ace for the Wolves. This is how Western Dubuque started off in set number 2 with a big lead. Now Marion trying to answer back with a big lead of their own. Can Western Dubuque weather the storm? Ball will just shovel it over there. Van Hook will set it up in the middle. Another kill for Marion. Here come the Marion Wolves. Michaela Goad with that kill.
She just let that one rip. Nothing the Bobcats could do with it.
Overpass. Kept alive by Western Dubuque. Not so long.
Point, Wolves.
It's 4-0, a side out much needed for Western Dubuque, trailing early 4-0.
Wolves starting set number 3 strong here. Exactly what they need.
Van Hook will serve over the net. Good defensive play by Western Dubuque. Here's ball. Van Hook to Paulson, and it couldn't be played by Western Dubuque. 5-0 Wolves.
And the Bobcats were setting up the block in the middle, and they went to the set clear to the outside.
Van Hook.
Van Hook will serve. Can Western Dubuque set up their offense? Kill for Maddie Harris.
And as you said earlier, sometimes better lucky than good. That one off the top of the net and down. Wolves unable to track it down.
And Maddie Harris will go back to serve now for Western Dubuque. She's been leading them all game long, and they're going to need her. Now they trail by 4. Make that 5 as it is float shot there for the Wolves.
That would be the egg shot over easy.
Number 6, Sophia Paulson serving for Marion.
Paulson will serve. North Scott just won set 2 over Waverly Shell Rock. I'm not sure who won set 1, but I know North Scott just won set 2. Ball with a strike. In the middle. We talked about the middles for Western Dubuque. They've got to come up big, and there was Lansing.
And Lansing wide open in the middle, able to place that one in the back corner. Nice job of finding her.
Here comes the serving secret weapon for Western Dubuque. Kapler, 4 aces on 18 on the season. She's got 4 today. She is in to serve. And good job by Marion. They quickly get out of rotation of Kapler serving a kill in the back row. It's 7-2.
And she'll tuck that one in just like bedtime inside that back line.
Goad will serve. Moss will set. That's Kleesner. She's able to pass it back to Moss. Ball. In. Ball. A former all-tournament team selection in 2019 when they made the championship game. Ball was an all-tournament team selection. Franny Heiberger will check in. She will play in the front row for Western Dubuque. Heiberger will. That one's long.
Point, Bobcats.
Back to a 3-point Wolves lead. That's the one thing is, yes, the Wolves had a big run and had the lead, but right now it's only 3 points. And Western Dubuque could make that up quickly, and you don't want to get down if you're Marion. You want to keep this lead because you know what happens the last 2 sets when you've gotten down. There's a kill for Ball, and it's back to a 2-point game, 7-5.
Ball once again making that front left spot work for her, going angle across, and point Bobcats.
Johnson, Van Hook, back to Johnson. Kleesner will get, that was Moss, got a touch on it. And a kill for Ball. She was kind of surprised about that one. She's like, oh, that's in? Yes, go team.
I think she changed her mind in the middle of the swing. She was going across on the angle and went down the line, managed to get it there.
That one sent long on the serve and air, 8-6.
Now serving for Marion.
Big help for the Wolves there to break the advantage there, the roll that the Bobcats had started.
Yeah, and Mahaffey will serve now for Marion. Here's a chance for Harris. In the back row, Van Hook.
Once again, Van Hook identifying the open space as she went up and just dinked it over everybody's head to the back.
It'll be Mahaffey who will serve once again for Marion. Harris from the back row.
And a nice adjustment on that. The set was a little behind her. As she went up, she had to bend back to get it, but able to come through. So nice adjustment.
Meredith Ball will serve. Harris over 10 kills on the match now for Western Dubuque.
Number 12, Van Hook with the kill.
They're going to get a touch there on the Bobcats, so point to the Wolves.
Number 1, Peyton Johnson serving for Marion.
Back to a 3-point lead. Johnson will serve. Moss. There's what we were talking about earlier. Heiberger. One of those athletes that we don't call all game long, as the Western Dubuque student section will chant her name, Franny Heiberger with the kill.
Nice shot right down the line for the Bobcats.
That one's into the net.
Point, Wolves.
Gives the Wolves a chance here to keep that little advantage they've got.
Hartman will serve now for Marion. 3-point lead. Moss will set in the middle. Lansing kept alive. No.
Under the net doesn't work as well.
No. The officials usually frown on that. Hartman will serve. Ace serve, Hartman.
One swing, 1 point, Natalie Hartman.
Pardon me, timeout, Western Dubuque. 13-8 is the score. More volleyball next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Fans, welcome back to the Powerhouse in downtown Cedar Rapids. Official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. You see the QR code on your screen. Just scan that code or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Coming out of timeout, it will be a 13-8 lead for the Wolves of Marion. Hartman will serve. Western Dubuque wanted to use the timeout. Might as well change things up. Oh, great save by Meredith Ball, but it's going to be out. She gave a chance. Van Hook with a kill, but Meredith Ball, extra effort there. I think that one was going to land in if she didn't go after it.
It was. Again, Van Hook seeing that back corner wide open and just pokes it that direction.
Hartman will serve. This one going towards the back. And it's touched once there by Meyer, and then nobody else there to grab it.
Ace for Hartman as she placed it in that back corner. Nice job. And everybody went to sleep on the second touch.
Hartman will serve again. They're going to go to the same spot. And it's going to work again. No, they're going to call roofing against Marion. So over the top of the net for Marion. And so it'll be a point for Western. Luckily for Western, because again, they did not get into the right position out of that rotation. That's why Marion was serving to the back right. Because it got Western Dubuque out of funk, and there's a back-to-back points now for the Bobcats. You'll see that with coaches. They don't always serve. You're not going to serve to somebody because she's a bad player or something. You serve it because that's where you want the other team to go. You want to push them to one side or the other. And that's what Marion was doing. That hit the antenna. It'll be a point for Western Dubuque. 3 straight points now for Western Dubuque. They're back to within 4. Remember, this is a set that Marion has to have.
Wolves on a little roll here.
They're going to set in the middle. Good. Set. Good. Kill. Goad.
Good hit for Goad. And she'll put an end to the run. Get the side out for the Wolves.
Van Hook will serve. She is just a junior. We mentioned verbally committed to South Dakota already as a junior. Oh, good job by Mahaffey. And it's going to turn into a point. Mahaffey did a great job of getting that one over, and it didn't go anywhere from there.
Return to sender stamped on that one.
17-11. Harris. Hartman. Is that going to hit the net? Oh, kept it out of the net. Oh, and a smash down the middle for Western Dubuque. Lansing.
And the Wolves able to keep it in play, but then way too much of the court left available for that one.
Back to within 5 is Western Dubuque. They want a towel to clean up the moisture on the floor. It happens in the game of volleyball when you're all diving on the floor.
And great hustle out of the Wolves. They kept that out of the divider net, but then weren't able to get back in their spots, and the Bobcats, pretty easy kill on that one.
Now that net is different than the net in the center. You are able to touch it with your hands just as long as the ball, or your feet, just as long as the ball doesn't touch that center net. That would be like a wall at a high school gymnasium. That one's going to land in the scorer's table, and that's our second girl into the scorer's table here this week. We had that one a little bit less there for Van Hook, as we had one earlier this week. Took the scorer out, took the lady next to the scorer out. Scoreboard was nearly on the floor, and the table was cockeyed. It took us about 5 minutes to reset after that because everything was all out of funk. That'll be a kill for Marion. The Wolves goad.
So my question is, did she get the save after the sacrifice?
No.
All for naught.
Yeah. She dove into the scorer's table to hit it. She got it back into play, but it was the fourth hit. So. That one's on the line, and a serve for Johnson.
Right into the back corner. Nice placement on that one. Sophia Paulson.
And timeout is going to be coming for Western Dubuque. 19-13 Marion. Timeout on the court. More volleyball next.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Back to Cedar Rapids, the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships. Presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, powered by Mid-American Energy. The Marion Wolves have to have this set and are in a very good position.
1 point away from that magic 20 that we talked about to get over the hump, start the downhill to 25. They just need one to do that. They've got a 6-point advantage. So this is the best spot they have found themselves in so far.
Sophia Paulson is set to serve here for the Marion Wolves. She is the daughter of Roxanne Paulson, who is the head coach for Marion. Oh my, Meredith Ball.
Houston, we have liftoff. Ball just launching from that front left.
Kapler back to serve now for the Western Dubuque Bobcats. 19-14 is the score. An overpass will go out. And it's now 20-14.
Wolves with an answer. They send a rocket of their own across.
Michaela Goad will go back to serve here for Marion. Ball again. Can Marion keep it alive? Yes. Moss just sets it, dumps it as a setter. This time she's going to set up ball. Down the line, it's in. Great kill there for Meredith Ball.
And Ball changing from cross court to right down the line. Found the opportunity.
Back to serve. 18, Moss.
Moss will serve. She was also a part of the all-tournament team in 2019. That time it will go into the net, 21-15. And we'll see a serve coming for Marion. Mahaffey. Harris from the back row, yes. Bobcats are not letting this set go. They're not saying, hey, we'll just worry about set 4. They are looking to win this set.
Nice set off the net there. She's able to come through and finish that. Down 5. We've certainly seen them put a run like that together.
Kept alive by Moss. Kleesner will go over. Here's Hartman. Mahaffey sets this one up. Back row. Punch shot for Van Hook.
And Van Hook, that's 3 of those left-hand shots just to that back corner.
Serving for Marion, number 1, Peyton Johnson.
Peyton Johnson will serve.
3 points away for the Wolves.
Moss will set to the backside. Kleesner. And it will go long. They're looking for a tip. They do not get one.
Wolves thought they had a touch. Not so much, say
And
the officials.
Van Hook was very upset about that. It's the most upset I've seen any. They play with a lot of fire, but she's got to be careful on that one. She a little angry when she was looking towards the official talking. And fortunately for her, it's loud inside this building. I'm sure the official didn't hear. 23-17, but she was not happy. Hartman will serve.
And you can't let the one call bother you. You're up by 6. Just finish the set off.
Finish the set, but still a lot of work to do here for the Marion Wolves. They are 1 point away from sending us to a 4th set.
7 Hartman, serving set point for Marion.
Hartman will serve. Meyer, ball, Harris, out, victory, Wolves, 25-17. We've played 3. Talking about trends again, we're exactly where we were in 2019. Western Dubuque 2, Marion 1. Western Dubuque was able to close it out in 4. Can they do it again? Or will Marion send us to a Game 5 for a second straight day? We'll find out more when we come back here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
We are
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors.
Community protectors.
And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
Friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
Behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively.
relentlessly.
At your service.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. Our city is buzzing. Catch what you've been missing today.
Let's cut right to it. Nobody does meet like Fairway. Nobody. And if you're somebody who wants to become a master, we've got hats to fill. Quality pay, choice benefits, premium opportunities. There's more in store for you at Fairway.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything
Dental insurance costs a fortune and it covers nothing.
don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
Back to Cedar Rapids, it's the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships. Zaron Egestal and Rodney Tomlinson here with you. Little volleyball action. Well, if you're the Wolves, you got one. You still need 2 more.
Got to start it somewhere, and that was a great set for them coming back in that one. Should build a little confidence and momentum going into set 4.
And Marion will get a start serve with the serve. Side out on Western Dubuque. Serve in the last set, and they went on a run to start things off. Paulson, Meyer. Moss Lansing in the middle, a kill. Western Dubuque has the first point. Better start for them than they did in the last set.
Lansing, the nice over easy shot. They'll get the quick side out in point number 1.
Here's a chance for Marion. Yes. Good job there by the middle Goad.
And a great set all the way across the net to find a put away.
Serving number 6, Sophia Paulson.
Sophia Paulson will serve. Ball. Yes.
Meredith Ball likes that spot. Goes up, sees the floor well, hammers it home.
And we'll see a serve coming from Kapler once again, 4 aces for Kapler so far on the night. Has been very effective serving. Along with those 4 aces, she also has not missed a serve yet. So no service errors and aces. That's going to be a violation and a lift. They wanted a roofing call on Marion. They thought Marion was over the top for a roof. Instead, it's a lift going to be called. I think the lift was there. It was just as if, was there a roof before there was a lift?
It was close. She was right there at the top of the net to keep the tip from going over.
2-2 is the score. Harris. Battle for it on the net. We've got a point. Western, 4 hits on Marion. 3-2 now the score. And we'll see a serve coming for Moss. The setter has done a fantastic job today. An overpass, another overpass. Hartman, no.
2 denials back-to-back at the net there for the Bobcats.
Yeah, on 2 overpasses for Marion. Sometimes you can get away with 1 overpass, but back-to-back overpasses, you're just putting yourself in a bad situation.
Just too tempting, sitting there, too easy to put away.
Block again for Western Dubuque. Kleesner has been big in there in the middle for the Bobcats. Van Hook will set to Johnson. An overpass now for Western, and it is deposited on the Western side.
And this time the overpass coming from the Bobcats, so a little turnaround for the Wolves.
4-3 is the score. Mahaffey will serve. Meyer. Moss just tried to dump it. Ball. And it's in for the Wolves.
Number 12,
Van Hook with the tip. She's been using the back corner. This time she uses the front to find it.
Here's a chance for the Bobcats. Ball kept alive. Here's Hartman. They're going to give it to Van Hook. Long. And a big point there for the Bobcats of Western Dubuque.
Van Hook aiming for that back corner she's like, but that one was with a little steam and carried just a bit long.
Ball will serve. In the middle, Johnson. Kept alive by Ball. Moss will set, and that one's sent long from Harris, and it'll be a point for the Wolves, make it 5-5.
Both teams struggling, nobody able to take control of this one early on here.
from area number 1, Peyton Johnson.
Johnson will serve. Good job by Harris, but she just sent it a little bit long. She had to, a lot of things. She nearly went out of bounds. The ball nearly hit the antenna, and she nearly hit the net, trying to keep that one alive just a little bit long.
And with all that, sent it long. So Wolves now have been serving the corners.
They have been. They started that last set. That was an adjustment they made after the last set. Kleesner is going to find a kill here for Western Dubuque. They have been going to the corners, and that's why if you watch when Meyer, who's now serving for Western, when she's in the back row, they put her in that far corner. Your libero is usually your best defensive player, so you put her right where they've been serving to her. And that's going to be sent long. It'll be a point for Western Dubuque, the Bobcats, and we'll see a serve coming for Meyer.
Meyer, 5'4" junior for the Bobcats.
Been a fantastic libero so far. Johnson, long. Here come the Bobcats. They have a 2-point lead. No.
They're going to call a touch.
They called it a touch, okay. I missed the initial signal on that. So a touch and a 7-7 score. They have Meyer there in that back corner. This time they go to the middle. and kept alive by
my.
Western Dubuque. They wanted to lift. Western Dubuque wanted to lift on Marion. They did not get it, but they get the point either way.
Becomes a moot point because it goes to the Bobcats anyway, but a great scramble out of the Wolves.
For Western Dubuque. Number 7, Natalie Ulrichs. She will serve.
Ulrichs will serve. A little bit of a slip there for Ulrichs. Back row ball. Had to make sure she got that one without having a back row attack. Here's a chance and a kill for Maddie Harris.
Harris just using the block that time to drive the ball off of and out of bounds.
You know, early on in this match, we saw Harris, but Meredith Ball really came on in those middle portions of the sets and of this match. But here comes Harris again. We haven't talked too much about her getting kills as of late. There's Ball, and there's Ball from the back row. A back row kill for Meredith Ball. It's a 3-point lead for the Bobcats.
And that one coming from a different spot on the floor, but the same result.
Timeout on the floor. The Wolves want to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand. 3-point lead for Western Dubuque. More volleyball next.
We are
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors.
Community protectors.
And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
Friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
Behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively.
relentlessly.
At your service.
Cedar Rapids, Iowa, the host of the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships. There is the very large, loud crowd from Western Dubuque cheering on their Bobcats as they're trying to get them fired up out of this timeout by the Marion Wolves. 10-7 is the lead for the Bobcats.
And the Bobcat fans have made themselves known during this one, disagreeing on a couple of calls, but unable to convince the officials to change it, as usual.
Yeah, that's what I've always found interesting about arguing calls with officials. I've been doing this for a few years now, and I have never seen an official change a call because the coach came out to argue with it. But the coaches just got to make their point. That's why they're a coach. They always got to make their point known. Another kill for Western Dubuque and Lansing. Van Hook kept alive. Moss, yes! Moss, the setter. She said, hey, can I get in on the action too?
What a dump over by Moss, just slinging the arms and throwing it over. Completely caught them off guard on that one.
That one's out. Western Dubuque fans thought that landed on the line. The officials right there did a great
Official
job.
right there, just across the back line.
Here's a chance. Harris. And it goes over. It'll be a point for Western Dubuque. They're starting to ease themselves into this one.
They're pulling away slowly but surely at 13-8.
Here's a chance. Block! Right back at Hartman. How about that block? Western Dubuque, Libby Lansing.
Get out the Salisbury sauce to go with that stuffing at the net.
Wow. Here's a chance. Harris. Back row Harris again. 4 hits is going to be called against Western Dubuque. They announced it as net violation, but the official put 4 fingers up. So we're going to go with a 4-hit there. 14-9 is the score in favor of Western Dubuque. Marion serves. Moss passes. Ball off the block. just the finesse. She sees the block going up, sees that the block isn't tight. That block has got to be tight together. Those two blockers have to get all four arms right next to each other to create that wall. She saw there was separation. She poked it right at the separation, out of bounds.
Indeed, great aim. She saw it. She used it. Point Bobcats.
To the far side, Johnson. That one is sent long off the top of the net.
Point Bobcats.
Point for the Bobcats, and it's starting to get grimmer and grimmer here for the Wolves. They need a run. Coach Paulson, coming this way, thought maybe she was going to call a timeout. So did the R2. The R2 started looking to see, okay, is there going to be a timeout? No. Block again.
Gotta be now.
Western Dubuque. Moss. Cleesner. Now the timeout comes. 17-9. Bobcats close. They can smell the state championship match. We'll see if they can taste it when we come back.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Back to Cedar Rapids, the IGHSAU State Volleyball Championships. There is the huddle for the Marion Wolves. You see Coach Paulson there in the black, trying to hype up her team.
Coming out of our timeout.
Rachel Hawk as well there for the Marion Wolves. Tim Johnson, another assistant coach. His daughter is Peyton Johnson. We've been calling her name. So you have Paulson, who's the daughter of the head coach, Sophia Paulson, the daughter of head coach Roxanne Paulson, and Peyton Johnson, head coach, or the daughter of assistant coach Tim Johnson. Chance in the middle, good job by Western Dubuque. Moss just floats it over, a block attempt. Harris from the back row. Moss will set ball. Another finesse shot there for ball, battle for it. Moss stays out of the net. That one's sent long. Point Western Dubuque. Great job by Moss. She kept it alive without going into the net. She turned her shoulders to keep her shoulders out of the net somehow. Not sure.
Able to contort the upper body to keep it going.
Here's a chance. Block again. That middle block for Western Dubuque has been incredible here in this game 4. That time it's going to land in the scorer's table.
Point, Wolves.
And just a simple push to the middle of the floor on that one for the Wolves.
18-10 is the score. The Bobcats
Number 11, Lansing.
are 7 points away from the state championship match. They were there in 2019. They would like to win a state championship. As with the Marion Wolves, Maddie Harris from the back row. Good job by Van Hook. Here's Peyton Johnson. Sends it long. Point Bobcats, 19-10.
Point Bobcats.
This one slowly getting away from the Wolves.
Number 13, Franny Heiberger.
Bobcats one away from that magic 20.
Serving, number 18.
Franny Heiberger will come back in. Van Hook, Johnson, that's in. Peyton Johnson winds up and slams it home, 19-11.
She says, not so fast. I've got something to say yet.
Elise
Mahaffey will go back to serve. 25-19, 25-18, 25-17 have been our set scores so far. Nothing really close. That one is into the net. Point Bobcats, they're 5 points away. Even the set that Marion won, no team on a losing end of a set have made the 20s yet. And it's looking grim for the Wolves to get to that mark here. They're going to have to score 9 points here just to get to 20. Obviously, they would like to get to 25. That is the only number that will save their season. Unless the Bobcats join them at 25. Harris will send that out of bounds.
Harris caught at an odd angle, tried to go back across the front of the net, just a little long on the strike.
The other Class 4A quarterfinal or semifinal is also in a Game 4. Waverly Shellrock currently leads in this set, and obviously each team has at least one A set because they are in a Game 4 over there. That's in. Great job for the Wolves. Even better from the line judge there. She went into like a full, she was almost on the ground watching that one go. She did a great job over there.
Landed right in front of her at her feet inside the line.
Johnson right over the net. Here comes Heiberger. Johnson sent long. 21-13, 4 points away for the Bobcats.
Serve. Number 1.
Ella Meyer, their libero, will go back.
Here's a chance. Block. That block in the middle. Heiberger. Tandem block with Lansing. 22-13. We talked about it. That middle block has been huge for Western Dubuque.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Back to the other side.
Moss sets it up. Kept alive. Hartman. That's going to be 4 hits on Marion. Rodney, start thinking of who your player of the game is going to be. Couple of them. (23-13), 10-point lead. Johnson, Meyer, Moss, Heiberger sends it long.
Point Wolves.
23-14, still 2 points away for Western Dubuque. And there's a kill for Western Dubuque. They are 1 point away.
Yahtzee down the line has that one. And the Bobcats are there.
Single serve set at match point.
Here's a chance for Western Dubuque. Can they go to the state finals again? Harris, ball, no.
Point.
Not yet, 24-15.
Serving from Marion, number 12, Avery Van Hook.
24-15 is the score in favor of the Bobcats. Trying to close it out there. They won't. Can they close it out here? No. Moss back row. Yes, it's over. Moss, the center, sends Western Dubuque to the state finals again.
She sees the opening in the back of the court and just sends it there, and the Bobcats are on their way. They punched their ticket to the next round.
For a second time in 2 years, Western Dubuque beats Marion 3-1 to go to the state finals. Can they close it out and find a volleyball trophy to match the softball trophy already in the trophy case from July? Let's go downstairs for today's trophy presentation.
Fans, please direct your attention to the court for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving their team trophy, each participating player will receive a medallion and commemorative volleyball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Team. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Lisa Brinkmeyer and Craig Enid. Congratulations to head coach Roxanne Paulson and the Wolves from Marion on an outstanding 2021 volleyball season. And now, Kylie Ganson from Western Dubuque will advance her team to the championship match. Oops. Western Dubuque fans, your team will play either Waverly Shell Rock or North Scott on Thursday, November 4th at 12:15 p.m.
Well, hopefully the IGHSAU has more easels to use to advance these teams on. That's the first time I've seen them board over. We've seen it this week where they just grab the board off and start jumping with it. That's the first team just to knock it right off the easel before they even got the sticker on there, as they will sing the fight song there in the Western Dubuque student section. Hey fans, Casey's General Store is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and today's player of the game. Casey's is at the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on local teams and fans, making sure there's fresh pizza ready, win or lose. Sign up for the new Casey's Rewards, the rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for Casey's Cash, field discounts, or donations to local schools. You hear the team, or the Western Dubuque student section, they don't want to stop cheering. Now they're cheering for the other game, the other 4A quarterfinal going on. Somebody is going to have to haul the Western Dubuque student section out of the powerhouse here in Cedar Rapids. Meredith Ball is the player of the game, and why is Meredith Ball the player of the game?
Meredith Ball just in control from that front left side, launching time after time, and then when you thought you had that, she came from the middle back. Just able to put the ball down with authority. Great game out of her.
Meredith Ball is from Western Dubuque, is today's Casey's General Store player of the game. We don't know Waverly Shell Rock or North Scott will meet up with this Western Dubuque team come tomorrow afternoon for a 4A state championship. Rodney, it was great working with you. Really appreciate it.
You as well, sir.
Had a lot of fun with a great production staff here as well inside the powerhouse. We still have 3A, 2A, and 1A volleyball coming live here on the IGHSAU Digital Network. More volleyball coming a little bit later on this afternoon. Don't miss out. Hope you enjoy. That concludes my time down here in Cedar Rapids. I want to thank all the fans that have watched, and maybe you watched some days, you were here some days. We really appreciate it coming along the way. Of course, all of our great sponsors that make this possible. We couldn't do it without them as well. My name is Sarah Negestel. He's Rodney Tomlinson saying, see you later from the powerhouse in Cedar Rapids.